Welcome to this look at a new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Prairie Farm, Michigan. This is new to FS25 from TaylorFarms, 224.41 megabytes to download. There are no required mods for this map. We got a custom crop, we got alfalfa added in. That can be used, I mean, it is a grass, so you can plant it as a grass. It can be mowed, it can be tedded, it can be baled, and it is also intermixed into the animal feed as well. So for certain things that require hay and stuff, you can use alfalfa. Slot count on new farm is 1026. I'm saying that because we're... Whoa, that was weird. 1026 because we're right opposite the start farm, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. And on farm management start from scratch, that comes down to 854. All of the buildings out on the farms, once you've bought the land, are sellable. So you can remove the buildings and have it completely plain. Contracts are available. What I'm going to do is just let's go down to the contracts, because at the moment there's that. But look at that, hoeing contract. Oh, this is right up my street. This is for someone who likes a contract. 69,000. I mean, it's going to take a while to do hoeing, especially that size. But that's the point, is that you then build up and build up and get bigger and bigger machinery and equipment. And as the contracts come in, when I was doing my prep for this, there were some nice paying contracts. And I say that because if we go back to the map, which is I went the wrong way. There we go. Always big fields. It is big fields. On New Farmer, we start with the main farm down here. Now, this farm plot here only costs 53,760. That's just for the farm. On New Farmer, we do also start with this field here, and this one that the farm is sort of next to, which is quite a big old field. This one here. Field prices are up there, as you can imagine. If we say there's not really any small fields on this one, that's probably one of the smallest ones there. 447. It's not too bad actually. And these were in the fours, weren't they? I think fours. Don't win that one we own, don't we? And then we start, when we got to the bigger ones, we're up into the millions, So, yeah, field prices. We have got some plots we are going to purchase. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do them now. Plot 21, we can whiz over and have a look. That has got a barn shed on it, which we have access to. Plot 22, right there, also has a shed on it. That has some storage racking in it. And then we come right up to the top here. There, plot 23. Again, they're not too expensive. That's got 3 sheds on it. One is a workshop trigger, just there. I think that's all the plots. We can't buy the verges, the outside or the roadways, but we can have a whiz round and have a look at the various different bits and bobs here. Now, this does say in the description, and this is what amazed me. Now, I've been up to Wisconsin, outside Lake Michigan, and this is Michigan, but it does say, welcome to the Prairie of Michigan, USA. The map represents a 1/3 scale of a real-life location in Michigan. So I kept going back to the map, and I'm thinking, I mean, when you're driving up around this, the fields are big. This is 1/3 of the actual scale of... That's mind-bogglingly big. That's the scale I keep saying when we've done stuff before. We don't really get that scale in the UK. We don't... That's nuts. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's crack right along. There are 20 collectibles. It does say there are toys and sugar beet, I think, that can be collected. Vehicle shop trigger is just here. The vehicle workshop trigger is just around the sides here. This is the reset point for the map as well. Big open space, loads of room, so no problem for big machinery and equipment at all from your local John Deere dealership. Now, across the way at the start farm, as we've already said, there's quite a lot of traffic, isn't there? It's across the road. Like I said, all these buildings can be removed. Now this, I'm going to say, I'm trying to think of another map where I've encountered this before. And to be fair, Frankenmuth, also by TaylorFarms, had a lot of stuff on it, a lot of equipment. So we start with the sugar beet harvest, which is pretty cool. It's the next building over that it blew my mind. Workshop trigger is just over here. So rather than have the equipment and machinery sort of spread around in the various different sheds and buildings, it's all kind of packed into one. Here's your workshop trigger. when I opened this door, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. And as the door opened, I honestly took a step. I was like, what? What is going on? Yeah, get ready for this. So, I don't think you can actually get anything else into this building. So we do have our lorry, got our Volvo with our long trailer, 2 quad track 715s. John Deere, back of the lorry, come round here. We have got a pickup, couple of regular headers, fuel tank, auger wagon. We've got our cultivator, seeder, planter, 2 case harvesters, the Braidell, and then round the front we had, well, we've got the sprayer, skid steer loader, Kubota side by side, 2 Magnums. Honestly, it is rammed full of stuff. So no shortage of equipment to get started. So as I said, on farm management start from scratch, slot count's 854, and you don't have any of the equipment and machinery. I then went round, and on all the plots that have got sheds that could be removed, I removed them. I got the slot count down to 811, should you wish to. So if you want to go for a completely flat, and I have to say, this is, I mean, it doesn't necessarily remind me of Stone Valley, but along the same lines, big open American map that is just, it is just field work. It is big fields, big machinery, lots of hours put in. Because, and again, we're at that point with the game where we haven't got a lot of modded things like beet harvesters, the Chris S. Riley S. stuff with the wider headers that run out to 10 or 20 meters, you know, and you can whiz up and down a field on the race one at 125 miles an hour kind of thing. This is going to be old school, like when I did that big old harvest on Stone Valley Let's Play, and I had 4 harvesters running, and it took me hours. This has got that feel to it. Anyway, sleep trigger just here, and wardrobe trigger just around the side at our farmhouse. Just here. There's that shed over there. I suppose we don't really need to go over to the shed. If you can see, it's a shed in the same style as these. And talking of the style of these, let's go into our build mode. The only things added in by TaylorFarms over and above sort of the base game stuff, under sheds, you'll find all the various different sheds. There's your workshop, the triple garage one. So all the various different sheds are all here. And if we go across to our silos, we have got a bale and pallet just there. Actually, that does say bale and pallets, but it says bale barn, potentially just bales, but holds 600 pieces. Now we don't. That's actually interesting. We don't have one of those out, do we? It's just basic sheds, isn't it? We've got at the moment. Yes, it is. So what I've got to try and do now. Just suddenly realised when I did my prep, I actually spent a bit of time clearing the equipment and machinery out of the way so I could get to the pickup. We can do that. Let's open that. Honestly, I still can't. It must have taken ages when building this map to decide what equipment and machinery you're going to do, but also work out your little jigsaw puzzle to get it all in there. It's crazy. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. If we go into the animal pens, you should see down the bottom on the cow pasture, there's the extra icon showing there for alfalfa. And then, is it under horses? Alfalfa, yep. Pigs shouldn't be, because they don't take anything like that. Sheep shows alfalfa as well. Chickens, no. And obviously bees, no. So the alfalfa is incorporated in. That should be as well, actually. That's a very good point. If we come down to it, should be under seeders as well. There you go. At the end of our row of things that seeders will do, alfalfa is in the end, because that's the one that does your grass and stuff. Seeders usually. I don't think it would be under planters as well. No, just under seeders. There we go. There's no added vehicles, machinery, like modded stuff in the menu. Can we get out of here? That's the question. I've just honked into the front of the pickup, so there may be a little bit of damage. There we go. I suppose what I could have done, I could have just reset the pickup, couldn't I? Across the road, but you know what? It's all good. So what I do like as well is the snazzy wheel hubs on this one and the snazzy cover and colour of the Volvo. Oh, don't want to take the fuel trailer with us. There you go. Yeah, look at the fancy wheels. So let's go and get round some of the locations. Now, there aren't many, and it does say in the description there's no productions on the map yet. The map is pretty flat, but there's loads of space. Obviously the farm here got a lot of flat areas. If you want to put productions in, factories, sell points, that kind of thing, you shouldn't have too much trouble. There aren't, again, because you can't purchase the plots that, like the workshop, the plot down the bottom we're coming to in a minute. We have got NPCs on the map. David lives just there, out the front of his house for a chat. Yeah, so again, this is one of the maps where you can't buy up the plots of land where there are already sell points and things, and there are some big areas which, again, it's a pity you can't, because to add to those would be great. I'll show you what I mean if we come down to here. So this big open area here, I can't, if I go across to farmland, if I click on that, there's no option to buy this. There's no option to buy the plot of land that the workshop's on, the vehicle shop's on, or up the top here, which is actually the animal dealer. But then we have got these farm areas, and if you wanted to remove some of the sheds, you could. In the corners, these bits here, that's a forest. I mean, it's a small sort of copse, should we say? There's one there as well. So yeah, it's a tricky one. You'd have to maybe buy a plot of land if you wanted to put some more stuff in. Or like I say, there's space at the farm and where the sheds and stuff are. If you want to put productions and things in, that's up to you. But I get the feeling this would be a full-blown, you know, you're just farming, you know. But anyway, we're at the Gera sell point. So this is the Gera elevator sell point just here. There are 3 main sell points, but this one, the Gera elevator, we've got the farmer's market, which is just across the way. And what was the other one? Oh, there's a sell point at the animal dealer as well. We probably shouldn't, but we can cut across the grass. Sawmill is just here. Should you want to buy the sawmill, Noah is there for a chat. If you want to have a chat to Noah, you can. Standard sawmill, base game stuff. And then round the back here, we've got the farmer's market sell point just here. Then we come across to the sugar beet pilers. Now, I showed these on Frankenmuth, but you might not have watched the Frankenmuth map tour, and that's absolutely fine. Now, on the Frankenmuth map tour, the pilers were available to buy separately. On here, they're not. I couldn't find them in the build mode, but the sugar beet piler is a sell point, and apparently, in this part of the world, they do a lot of sugar beet. So if you just bring stuff here to sell, you bring your sugar beet, and these only take sugar beet. And again, if you're not sure what can be sold where, if you come down to here and come to your prices menu, scroll up and down your prices menu, anything on there, if you go to the right hand side, it will tell you where you can sell it. So if we come down to our sugar beet, which is just there, it says farmer's market or sugar beet piler. Now, look at the prices. The price at the farmer's market is higher than the sugar beet piler by quite a way. So you might think, okay, well, there's no point using the beet piler. That's up to you. You don't have to. Now, what I did was I bought a trailer load, an unreal capacity trailer load, 200,000 litres of sugar beet, and sold it here as it stands as a sell point. And I earned 35,995. Fine, okay. But you can buy these for 15 grand. So I bought one for 15 grand. Did exactly the same thing. When you buy it for 15 grand, you run it as a production. Actually, let's buy it and I'll show you the production thing. 15 grand. Then click on it and it runs as a production. So you can turn that on. You can see incoming product is sugar beet, outgoing product is tear dirt. So this represents a real world scenario when it runs up through the belts and the shakers and stuff like that. Any of the earth and stuff that's all over the sugar beets comes off. If you own it, the tear dirt is available here for you to collect. Now, there's no value to it. You can't earn anything from it, but you can take that tear dirt and you can spread it over your fields and then cultivate it back in. So it just simulates that process if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can just pile it up somewhere. But if you once you've bought it, you will get tear dirt when you put sugar beet through. And this then will still act as a sell point. However, don't be alarmed. If you buy it and you bring your sugar beet here and you tip it on here, it will run, but you won't get paid. And you might panic, which is what I did when I did my Frankenmuth testing. So I tested it again here just to make sure. So put, again, 200,000 litres through once I owned it. And then on the hour, I got paid. On the hour, I got paid 72,547. Exactly. So it's well worth for 15 grand buying it. Then when you run your sugar beet through, yes, you've got to do something with the tear dirt, but the trade-off of that is you're getting way more money for your sugar beet going through. But you have to wait till the next hour to be paid. So like I say, once you start tipping, if your money's not going up, don't panic, it's not broken, it will just need to tick over to the next hour. But there you go. So that's the beet pilers, sugar beet pilers, just there. We are going to head north. I can't imagine. With some places in the UK, like Lincolnshire, Peterborough, those kind of places, as you're driving up and you've got a lot of farmland, it is flat and you can see quite a long way. But I'm trying to think. The traffic overtaking is insane on here. They just don't care. I don't think I've ever been anywhere where you can see so far. I mean, Lake Districts, when you go up the odd mountain here and there, that kind of thing, up onto the crags and stuff, you can see a long way just because you're high up. But this sort of kind of, wow. Anyway, we are heading north. Coming up on our left, we have got Ben's house. What are you doing? This is what I'm talking about. That was absolute insanity. Well, it does talk about as well the Michigan ditches. To our right, there are Michigan ditches. There's Ben's house. Want to come have a chat to Ben? You can. See, look, another collision. Head on. It's a dangerous place to live. This is again, that's what I'm thinking. I'm driving along here now, thinking these fields are huge, and this is a third the scale of what it is in real life. I mean, that's that thing you see, like in the UK. You watch films and TV programs and things that are set in the US, and you see people in a car driving along a straight road for however long, you know. That I can't get my head around it, and you don't pass anything. You know, it's just fields and fields and fields and fields, and you're thinking, wow, that it's immense, just absolutely immense. So, animal dealer just up here. Katie is available for conversations regarding livestock and other weird and wonderful things. Katie is just there. Animal dealer sell point and the animal dealer buy point. So if you want to buy your animals, just there, or sell your animals, just there. The sell point for bale type related things is just here. Then round the back, we've got our buy point for manure and for slurry. So if you want to buy those products, if you haven't got the animals yet to produce them. On the map, there are no animal pens yet. There's no biogas plant, there's no silo. So you'd have to put those things in. So from here, we're going to whiz out to another one. You know, look at the accidents. The overtaking has gone mad. Whiz all out here. This was plot 23, I want to say. Yeah, 21, 22, 23. Yep. This is 23. So this has got the 3 buildings on it, 2 large sheds and 1 workshop, which again can be removed if you want to. You might decide, actually, you know what, I want to put a biogas plant on one of these. Absolutely go for it. Why not? You're doing tons of sugar beet. Do sugar beet and sugar beet cup. You can run that through your biogas plant. Take one of these. Imagine taking one of these and having it all grass. I'm just thinking of that, actually. Oh, could you imagine? Just all grass. That would be some serious work, wouldn't it? Or a crop that you know, you could do a corn crop and forage harvest it. If you were going to do silage and those kind of things, put into a biogas plant, you could. So 2 large sheds just here, and the workshop trigger just there. Actually, I didn't even look in this one. I just took it as they are large sheds, which they are. Slightly different designs on each one. Yeah. Cavernous. And then from here, we're going to whiz down the middle of the map. I think it's next turning on our left. It's coming this way. Just look at the mini-map to the bottom left. Yes, I'm sure it is. If we follow this right down, this should take us down to plot 22. Of course, minding the ditch as we go. A little bit of low-lying mist in the morning. It seems weird as well, no trees or anything like that, you know. Oh, he says, look at that. There's a couple. I've got to say, I don't know. I've got a bit of a hankering to do something like this, you know. A big open American map. I love my Stone Valley Let's Play, and I just think the trouble is starting off with small equipment is going to take you forever to do any of these fields. Do you start off? I mean, there's a lot of equipment we start with. Would you start off with all of that, and then build up to multiple harvesters, and especially if you're going to do stuff like the root crop harvesting, building up to buying multiple root crop harvesters, you know? Anyway, Walter lives here. I'm going to come have a chat to Walter. Grandpa, whatever, however you refer to him. And then just across the way, shed. This has got some storage shelving in it. Just here. Which again, can be removed if you want. And then from here, if we take this road back, that takes, you can see the farm in the distance there. You can see the shed on plot 21. Takes us back to the main farm. So I'm drawn by the contract money. I'm drawn by that whole, oh, can you imagine? And I'm also thinking, you know, do one of these fields all grass. You know, so my mind is, get some animal pens on there, go big, you know. We've got the pig pen that came out yesterday from Schultz Modding that does 1,000 to a big old pig pen. Even if we bought pig food, you know, run a big old pig farm, I don't know. I'm very tempted, Anyway, so we're back at the farm, and that is the map. She big! That's Prairie Farm, Michigan by TaylorFarms. I hope you have found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, thanks for watching.